74 for 3 after 11. We were just discussing how they might be a little bit short here. Yes, so Daryl, I'll just take it a little bit deeper and then look to put the foot down again. I think you've got to take your medicine. You've had a poor 6-7 overs. You take that medicine rather than try and rectify it. And that would be my discussion with the two of them.
Let's also be reminded that it's a different pitch today. And there may just be an element of the ball holding up. These are quality players. They know what they need to be doing. We've spoken about how well the bowling's been.
Oh, very good. Good check. Anna.
Well, that's a single. Let's go downstairs now and join Hijab for a little interview.
Kingdom Valley KPL Season 2 और मेरे साथ यहाँ पे मौजूद है एहसन अली, ओपनिंग बैट्समैन फॉर कोटली लायंस। अस्सलाम वालेकुम एहसन, कैसे कंडीशन है, कैसी पिच है और क्या प्लान है इस गेम का?
प्लान तो ये था कि जितना लंबे से लंबा हम खेल सके तो उतना इनिंग का फायदा। पिच तो काफी शानदार है, लेकिन एक गलत शॉट लग गया। थोड़ा कोशिश करेंगे अगले मैच में कवर करें, और आज का जो मैच चल रहा है इस पिच पे 160-170 गुड टोटल हो जाएगा। तो इंशाल्लाह इस बनाने में कामयाब हो गए तो इंशाल्लाह अच्छा कवर करेंगे।
बिल्कुल, और बैक कर रहे हैं अपने बॉलर्स को कि वो 170 का टारगेट आसानी से चेस करेंगे।
जी, मुझे पूरी उम्मीद है। जैसे हमारे बॉलर्स हैं, हमारी टीम में सारे काफी एक्सपीरियंस बॉलर हैं, तो इंशाल्लाह उम्मीद करता हूं 170 गुड टोटल होगा टीम के लिए।
एब्सोल्युटली। और मुझे बताइए कि किसको लुक फॉरवर्ड कर रहे हैं सबसे ज्यादा बॉलिंग परफॉर्मेंस के लिए अपनी टीम में?
सबसे ज्यादा मैं उस्मान खालिद और खुर्रम शहजाद को।
थैंक यू सो मच फॉर योर टाइम हसन, और गुड लक टू यू एंड टू कोटली।
थैंक यू मैम।
Yeah, I just want to have a little check on my Urdu here, yeah, but he did speak about taking it deep, that he played a poor stroke and that he felt that the batters needed to take it deep. Am I correct?
You're spot on. He said, yeah, they need to go as deep as they can, and 170. That seems like a good total for them because they have a good experienced bowling lineup. And coming back to the surface, I was out there, and it's not that sort of a surface where the ball will come onto the bat nicely, especially when the bowling is spot on. Any room given in terms of line or length, yes, you can capitalize on it, but it's a wicket where you need to work a little bit harder to grab those runs.
Yeah, we're seeing Shoaib Malik bowl. We didn't see a lot of him in the first year of the KPL. Daryl, that might suggest that his assessment of the surface is that it's more conducive to spin bowling, which we didn't see in the first game.
Yes, he is a very experienced cricketer. You feel he is the sort of captain with all that experience, will be a little bit ahead of the game and understanding what specifically is required. It's not really the turn. If it is doing something, it's got to be holding. It's got to just be holding. Marini, you were out there. You did the pitch report. I heard that the water table is very high. It's been a lot of rain here recently. We had some last night. Yes, the covers may have been on, but that always is something to consider. And tournament, there's 5 pitches over 2 weeks, so groundsmen don't want the surface to become too dry. So if anything, they might just err on the softer side, keeping the water going, and that's what can create, even with a new ball, a bit of grip.
Steel strong partnership, the highest one of the innings. Needs to grow. Nearly, so nearly. That was neatly played. 12 gone, 78 for 3.
कैरमल के अंदर भरा चॉकलेट जब मुंह में पिघलेगा गिगल तो निकलेगा। गिगली एक्लेयर्स, चॉकलेट पिघलेगा गिगल निकलेगा।
जैज मंथली प्रीमियम ऑफर, मिलाओ स्टार 2000 हैश और पाओ 25 GB डाटा सिर्फ 695 रुपए में।
Okay, so we don't think that this is the same pitch as the first game. I think this might be a little tougher.
It wasn't noticeable last time.
feel, especially this is the second wicket, right? They played on the fourth one. That was more of a complete thing. This one has more moisture underneath it, and you can feel it. And it's been softer. They've rolled a lot of grass on it. And it was undercover. Rain.
It's coming with it. Go. Tell the world. Tell the world. What's that?
Just bottom with the pitch report.
Yes. Some coal dust here. A lot of people might not listen to them, they might be watching now. It's been discussing.
Shoaib Malik using himself as a spinner, Yasir Shah as a spinner, Imad Wasim. So he has turned to the spin. Very seldom does this fella go around the park, Imad Wasim. Very, very seldom.
He's pretty decent with his pace variations. Got that flatter trajectory as well as seam of delivery. That's the one to watch.
मिलेगा ये सब भैया ना वन बाउंस
Shah, Malik and Wasim, so that's 7 overs, 7.2 overs between them. So if my math is correct, that's 37 runs in total. So the option of spin is clearly the way that they decided to go, yeah. And look at that, 32 from 41 balls. But let's pay these batsmen respect. They're vastly experienced, and they will know what is a good score. I think you're right there, HD, early on you spoke about not getting ahead of themselves. They can still get beyond 160. It's going to take some fair hitting and a little bit of bad bowling. Rather get something than nothing. Got to play the conditions.
Yeah, I think sometimes in these situations as a batter you can look out onto the outfield and you look at the size of the gaps between the sweepers, you know, your long off and your sweeper on the offside. It's a big area then. If you can find that space you can scamper through for 2, but you've got to keep that scoreboard ticking in this period. Dot balls, that's the thing you need to try and avoid. The boundaries will come towards the back end when bowlers now start to feel a little bit of pressure and they may alter their lengths. You think of seamers who they just see that there's 3 overs left and they feel, okay, we're going to bowl Yorkers now, and they take the variation of the surface out the game by trying to bowl Yorkers, and they miss their length and the ball disappears.
There will be opportunities definitely to score runs, but again they have to come up with a plan. They both are decent runners between the wickets.
Oh no, we've spoken about the fielding in the first game. There's been a slight improvement in this one, but not this time.
He was late to took off. He took his time, and that's not going to help in T20 cricket. Down the track he went, through the line. That's a smart way to go. Now look at that, just inches away, sluggish.
That's poor stuff. Because there just showed a lack of agility to finally get it in hand. Unlike the previous piece of fielding, there was a bit of brilliance. 13 gone, 87 for 3.
What does it take to dream? To aspire, to be better every day. It takes vision, discipline and courage to step into the light. To be a king.
It's a great indication there of what wickets does to a batting side. They started off nicely, the Lions, and then lost those 3 quick wickets. And they've struggled to get things going again. I say struggle, that's probably because we've been starved of boundaries and the entertainment. But these 2, they're doing a good job. They're doing a good job.
13 gone, not a 6 yet.
The other thing I suppose we've got to remember is that it's a day game. You know, when you play here at night, there's that little bit of dew that may fall onto the surface, and it just lets the ball skip on a little bit.
You have to be patient. There will be 4s and 6s.
I didn't know that that word existed in cricket anymore. Patience.
It's a virtue. But you have to understand that the big man needs no introduction. Wasim Akram, the mentor for Mirpur Royals. Ample experience, a nightmare for the batters in his era.
Yep. Hit me straight on the badge. Didn't move a muscle. Bang.
Seamer back on. Spinners have had a fair run. Now will we see a lot of deliveries, slow deliveries, the one that they make cut off the pitch itself, roll the fingers over it. Maybe the way they'll go, yeah, on the back of the ball just holding up a little bit when the spinners were bowling.
And he's come back well, Khan Lottie. His first over went for 16 runs, so his second one going for just the 6. Clever bit of bowling because of the protection out on the leg side, deep square leg, deep mid-wicket, long on, forcing the player to sort of just paddle that away on the leg side.
Variations, yes, you need to have them in T20 cricket, but yet again they have to be pitched on an accurate line and length. Otherwise, the batters will just hammer you over the ground. So you have to be very careful where you pitch those deliveries. Change of pace matters, but accuracy is more important.
I was going to call that wide. I thought I heard a little thigh pad there, but obviously not. Daryl, tell me, do you think when a lot of cutters are being bowled, as a batter, do you set up to face the slower ball and then just react to something that's seam up?
Well, I think if you get caught up in a particular delivery, you may lose out on others. You've got to almost play it as it comes. But the beauty is not only the fact that it's a change in delivery, but as a batsman, that's always in the back of your mind. So show him something, but show him something that's good. That is brilliantly bowled. Full and straight. It seldom misses in any form of the game. And so useful if you're good at it when it comes to T20 cricket.
Brilliant delivery. Right in the block hole. Castle Sarfaraz Ahmed. Usually pretty good because he keeps low, but this time he had. And they were looking for this partnership to break, and Khan has provided them. Sarfaraz Ahmed has to take the walk, gone on 24. Kotli Lions are 90 for 4.
दें हमारा साथ, इलाज से बेहतर रहेगी मुकम्मल एहतियात। डेंगू के खिलाफ पाकिस्तान की नंबर 1 चॉइस मोर्टीन।
जैज मंथली प्रीमियम ऑफर, मिलाओ स्टार 2000 हैश और पाओ 25 GB डाटा और 300 ऑल नेटवर्क मिनट्स सिर्फ 695 रुपए में।
अच्छी धुलाई, उजली चमक कौन नहीं चाहता, इसीलिए मंगाती हूँ बाउंसर। खर्चा कम है, धुलाई में दम है।
नया बाउंसर वॉशिंग पाउडर।
Golden Pearl perfumed body spray.
Now the new man is a former Pakistan under-19 captain, Hassan Khan. I suppose that is the real danger, though, when you're looking to set that platform and then you want to accelerate, is that you lose a wicket just before that acceleration is going to take place, and it just sets you back a little bit. But what a delivery that was. It just tailed in slightly.
I think this is something bowling attacks are going to have to do here. If length is going, this type of situation, the hard new ball, you're going to have to be brave and get it full and straight. And follow it up with those cutters. Again, short, bowled with effort. But if you're not going to be confident about that as a unit, you're going to face problems.
He's still got 4 overs of spin up his sleeve. He's got a couple himself, one for Yasir Shah, one for Imad Wasim. Whether he chooses to bowl all those 4, that remains to be seen, but I would imagine that Imad Wasim will certainly bowl out, and so will Yasir Shah. Slow ball just out of reach. Clever bit of bowling. He really has come back well, Khan Lottie. It ends the 14th, 93 for 4.
नीम और टी ट्री ऑयल का डुअल एक्शन, पिंपल्स हटाए और स्किन को एक्सफोलिएट करे, लीविंग द स्किन परफेक्टली स्मूथ। गोल्डन पर्ल एक्टिव नीम फेस वॉश, लव योर स्किन।
अपनों को रखना है अगर 10 गुना महफूज, तो बदलनी होगी साबुन की आदत। सिर्फ डेटॉल लिक्विड हैंड वॉश दे, साबुन के मुकाबले में 10 गुना बेहतर तहफ्फुज।
93 for 4. 14. So just 6 remaining now, and here is Yasir Shah. So he's just got the 1 over to bowl. He's gone for 15. He's been superb. You would expect that from this man, full of experience, both domestic cricket, international cricket, and not only experience but success as well.
Wild swing from Hassan Khan. He can hit big. He's a young bloke. He's captain Pakistan. Pakistan A team. Has played a lot of franchise cricket as well in PSL. They need some acceleration now. Danish on the other end can hit big, but that's not sort of his game. Hassan on the other end is under pressure. Bit of good bowling from the Mirpur Royals.
We often hear coaches talk at whatever level, whether it's junior level, senior level, you talk about assessing the conditions. And players often pay lip service to that, don't they? They sort of, you hear it, but then they don't do it and walk out thinking, well, we need 190. But maybe this is a surface that does require just the 160. And hopefully that's the message that's been portrayed back to the dugout. Look, we don't need 180 here. Yes, we'll have to bowl well, but 160 might just be enough.
Ideally, they would love... They've got a left-hander. He's the man. Ideally, he's the man to take on... Or do you take on Yasir Shah? Maybe see him out. 2 balls left. A lot of thoughts going through both batters' minds right now.
Another misfield, but they'll get the single anyway. He was lucky there, actually, because when that shot gets played, often on the second bounce, it takes a vicious turn to the right or to the left, depending on where you are. When you surrender a boundary, we've seen that happen over and over again.
All else fails, just get body behind it, and that's what he did. Not very elegantly, but he did in the end. Shah again finishes a very good over. 15 gone. 96 for 4.
अच्छी धुलाई, उजली चमक कौन नहीं चाहता? इसीलिए मंगाती हूँ बाउंसर. खर्चा कम है, धुलाई में दम है.
नया बाउंसर वॉशिंग पाउडर.
Introducing Fruity and Sparkling, the real fruity spark.
$15 overs gone, and the Lions, you feel, need something of a miracle to get up to a competitive total, given the strength of this Royals batting lineup. That Safra's Danish partnership, just 53 runs from 48 balls, Amir, and you feel that perhaps they lost a little impetus there.
Definitely did, but you have to give all the credit to Mirpur Royals bowlers. They had the batsmen struggling, especially the spinners bowled with a big heart, bowled on a consistent line and length, dried up the boundaries. Not a lot of joy for the Kotli Lions batters in this match so far.
Yeah, just 69 for 3 in the first 10 overs for Kotli, and that's their lowest ever return from the first 10 overs of a match, which maybe gives you an insight perhaps to the wicket, the way the bowlers have bowled, but also the fact that perhaps they just haven't taken the chances, the advantage of really getting up to a competitive total. Waka, any thoughts on what you've seen so far?
Well, I think the pitch is a little bit slow. it's not easy, but where they are at the moment, Kotli Lions, I think they're well behind. They were sitting quite comfortably. Yes, they lost maybe one or too many wickets in the power play. They were 48 for 3. They should have been 2, and just they lost the wicket on the last ball of the power play. But yeah, I mean, they're definitely well behind in this game at the moment.
Loud appeal. Let's go for 4. Doesn't matter how they come, they'll take it. I think it's just sliding down the leg side. A welcome 4 runs there.
A bit of relief for the batter. It just hitting the heel of the batsman, and boundary was scored. Runs are important for them at the moment. Like you suggested, doesn't matter how they come.
Yeah, Yorker is a key delivery, isn't it? We saw the ball to Sarfraz Ahmed, just a perfect Yorker. This one sort of slanting down a bit.
Another slower ball goes amiss. Another play and miss. Just not really picking up that back of a length delivery. They've bowled it very well today.
It's a good ability to have in the death overs where the batsmen are looking to use a long handle. You bowl those slow deliveries. Does bring that surprise element for the batsman.
Big swing. They're going to push hard for 2. And these are the kind of opportunities where you've got to run harder. Danish Aziz, he's been in for a long time now, 24 of 27. Still quite happy to just take the single, and sort of felt through the partnership, Waqar, with...
For my liking, I think they took a little bit too long to get going. And they couldn't really go. That's the issue. When you bat this way and you suddenly get out, which we saw, Sarfraz got out on a good delivery, and then you're back in the same spot where you were, or maybe you're in the worst spot. This one hit really hard. This one hit in the gap. That was a beautiful shot. 16 gone, 1 of 5 for 4.
एक्स्ट्रा ग्लोइंग ब्यूटी के लिए चाहिए कुछ एक्स्ट्रा। गोल्डन पर्ल ग्लो बूस्टिंग सीरम, वाइट ब्राइट स्पॉटलेस ब्यूटी। गोल्डन पर्ल ग्लो बूस्टिंग सीरम, लव योर स्किन।
और जगह है तो क्या जरा दिल को जगा, जिगर जरा डुबकी लगा, हो जाएगा टी टाइम बना।
Imad Wasim, the new bowler, coming in to close the innings out. 4 overs remaining. A real expert in this department. 3 men back on the leg side, 2 out on the off side. Now makes it difficult, doesn't it? Trying to force the play.
Even though a couple of boundaries were scored in the previous over, but Mirpur Royals still have the stranglehold. This is a good hit. Good usage of the feet. Made that stroke.
Normally, when the ball is new, he brings the ball back into the right, and this time he gave a little bit of air, and Hassan really got on top of it and hit a beautiful shot. Super Asia, super shot. Wonderful hit, big hit.
Well, where's this been? It's, can you believe it's the first 6 of the innings? It's the kind of impetus we've been looking for. Hassan Khan, though, he's come in, and he is the type of guy we've seen over the years be able to do this.
Yeah, going back to the point you made, when Danish Aziz and Sarfraz Ahmed were batting together, they featured in a 50 runs partnership, but they consumed too many deliveries. In T20 format, as a batsman, if you want to prevail and be consistent, you've got to have a go-to stroke to release pressure. Both these batsmen, they haven't got that. So that's where they have to improve.
Yeah, the one thing I have noticed is, just talking about the wicket, we spoke about at the beginning of the game, there's been a lot of rainfall. Groundsman was saying that the water table's very high, and that's probably proven true in terms of the back of the length ball hasn't come on. A lot of batsmen have tried to go downtown, but only managed to hit it high. This was obviously a little bit fuller, could really get himself and climb into it and hit it far. But the point being is that you've got to set yourself up for one shot. So if they do bowl a slow ball back of the length, you've got to get deep in the crease and go, right, I'm going to pick it up and take it leg side. Try and get it over mid-wicket.
Yeah, as a batsman, you need to be innovative. There is no doubt about it. Innovation was a miss in that partnership. That's why they are way behind in this game, Kotli Lions.
Yeah, so much so that we're looking at sort of one of the lowest totals in KPL history. 145 for 9 was the lowest score for a team batting first. So they certainly won't want to set that record today.
Yeah, he was backing away from the stump in hope that Imad Wasim is going to pitch the ball up to him to allow him to hit the ball over extra cover. Wasn't the case. He dragged the length back, and it's only a single.
And I think he now, just to get Hassan Khan on strike, he's clearly the man that is the go-to. Danish, he's been in for a long time, score a run of ball, so get the other man on strike. And that's why he's happy to take the single. That is as big as we've seen today.
Well, he's enjoying himself. Start of the over, he came down the pitch and hit it straight, and a big one. And this time around, he stayed back, opened the front leg, and just made room for the bat to come through the line. Hit a big 6 once again. This is the over. Maybe this is the over they wanted.
That was a brilliant hit. The first 6 was off that leg spinner from Imad Wasim. This time around, he bowled that arm delivery with an angle, and the batsman used that angle pretty well, Hassan Khan, for the second 6.
Does he go again? This time hard over extra cover. They got protection though, so he won't back up that boundary. Just one ball left now in this over, already 15 from it. You talk about particular overs. Is this the big one? Can they get another one away? It's in the slot. This is a great shot through extra cover, and the diving man can't stop that. So that's a 4 to end the over. Takes up the 37th tournament 4, that is, and that ends a fantastic over for the Lions, really getting up to the right time. That's the end of the 17th. It's 124 for 4.
सिलाई उजली चमक कौन नहीं चाहता, इसीलिए मंगाती हूँ बाउंसर। खर्चा कम है, धुलाई में दम है।
नया बाउंसर वॉशिंग पाउडर। जैज मंथली प्रीमियम ऑफर, मिलाओ स्टार 2000 हैश और पाओ 25 GB डाटा और 300 ऑल नेटवर्क मिनट्स सिर्फ 695 रुपए में।
Welcome back to Muzaffarabad. It's coming to the close of the first innings. 3 overs left, just starting to get some impetus. A big over against Imad Wasim, 19 from it.
Yeah, the last 2 overs I've seen Kotli Lions getting 30 runs. And this partnership has been good. Runs are coming thick and fast, in the air, will clear everything.
Yeah, way too short for this pitch. That one set up very nicely for Hassan to put it away. Hassan was really up for it. Well too short. Just controlled stroke. There was a massive gap between the mid-wicket and the fine leg. Exploded beautifully. Nice hit. That's what they need. They need to carry on doing this. They need at least to 160.
And he goes again. I don't think he's got it as well. The man will run in and take an easy catch. He does. And that Mughal-Steele-Strong's partnership is the second highest partnership of the innings ends.
Yeah, the bowler saw Hassan backing away from the leg stump. Bowled towards the pads. Cramped him. Didn't allow him to swing his arms freely. And that was his fate. Sealed. Good catch by Haris Sohail. Good contribution from Hassan Khan. A cameo. Comes to an end. It's 27. His personal score, it's 128 for 5.
दें हमारा साथ हर बच्चा चैन से सोएगा बीमारी से दूर रहेगा डेंगू के खिलाफ पाकिस्तान की नंबर 1 चॉइस मॉर्टीन
हेलो हेयर एंटी डैंड्रफ शैम्पू प्लस कंडीशनर इसमें मौजूद मिंट और टी ट्री ऑयल डैंड्रफ और ड्राई स्कैल्प को ट्रीट करे और बालों को रिफ्रेश मीट द न्यू यू
के ऑरेंज फ्लेवर से मिले मस्ती को नया ट्विस्ट अब बहुत से मजेदार फ्लेवर्स में भी
Introducing Fruity and Sparkling, the real Fruity Spark.
Lovely pictures of this Kashmir region. Khalid Usman, the new batsman. He walks out, left-handed bowler, right-handed batsman. Has the ability to give it a good strike. And, well, if the Lions ever needed his skill, it's right now. I think that'll be bowled again. Although, maybe just because the batsman walked over, it was quite close to leg stump, wasn't it?
Yeah, time for Danish to just get going now. 33 of 31 deliveries is well behind. He needs to just push on. Got a couple of good overs, Kotli Lions, but they need to get a couple more. 160, I would say, they can make a game out of it.
And that is a power shot. That is as good as we've seen today. Over extra cover. A quite fantastic shot for 6.
Yeah, that was his first delivery. And played that stroke with authority. One of the best strokes we have seen in this game so far.
Well, he likes playing on the offside. He's offside player. We saw earlier against Shoaib Malik, he came down the pitch and he hit it over the top. And this time against the pacer, the hands coming down nicely, hit through the line quite nicely, picked the length nicely. He's well set. He can do damage.
Just parries this one. It was in the air for a moment. It might get down to the boundary. He's placed it that well. So runs coming now for Danish Aziz, and perhaps showing why he's taken 20, 30-odd balls to get himself in.
When he saw the length, he wanted to hit the ball very hard, then realized very late that it's a slow bouncer. Adjusted well. Just guided the ball into the gap for 4 runs. Intelligent batting from Danish Aziz.
Captain and bowler having a conversation now about their plans. Yasir Shah, plenty of experience. Khan Lodi, interesting, had 16 runs from his first over. Came back very strongly. He's taken 2 wickets. Economy rate of almost 11 now. Will want to finish strongly for his captain and his team. And does. Just a single to end the over. Kotli Lions are now 139 for 5 going into the last.
अच्छी धुलाई, उजली चमक कौन नहीं चाहता? इसीलिए मंगाती हूँ बाउंसर। खर्चा कम है, धुलाई में दम है।
नया बाउंसर वॉशिंग पाउडर।
स्कूल का वापस खुलना अपने साथ लाता है बीमारियों का खतरा। सिर्फ डेटॉल का जर्म डिफेंस प्रोटेक्ट करे 100 बीमारी फैलाने वाले जरासीम से और दे यकीनी हिफाजत।
Started it here around here.
Yeah, it does. If this Aziz is going to play this way, the team needs to.
So many overs under 5.
Yeah, and there we go. You just see the high-rise buildings there start at the beginning and at the end, and you just feel, could they have gone a little earlier, 12 or 13 or 14th over, maybe just started that acceleration. They obviously had some powerhouse in reserve, but they've just left it a little bit late. Great scenes here at Kashmir. 2 overs to go. Batsmen are licking their lips. How many can they get, we're thinking? 12 balls, 20 runs.
Is it how many can they get? At least 72. High full toss. Is it a no ball? He's conferring with his partner. Now he's going to ask the third umpire whether it was waist high.
I think Danish will feel that he's missed out, because that was there to sort of slice it for 4 or 6 maybe. But this one, that's my feeling, that's not a no ball, the foot no ball. My feeling is that this one is above the waist height. This will be a no ball. It's coming down. Now, well over the waist height. Just imagine this, if that would have gone for 4, they had to bowl the ball again, the same ball again. I'm really surprised that the leg umpire didn't pick that.
Well, the first free hit, and when you're on 44 and you face 35 balls, you've got to be backing yourself to get one away here. The men are up on your side. Short third man, close in point. And magnificently bowled. Really annoyed with himself that he couldn't get a tickle on that.
Plenty of gap on the offside, square of the wicket. 2 men in the circle, behind the stumps, short third man, wideish point. All he needed was a bit of bat on the ball. Missed out a couple of times in this over. Danish Aziz.
Drop catch. Not sure it was one that he'd be too displeased with. I think he did well to get a hand on it in the end.
Well, in a modern day cricket, you're not safe, I promise you that. That could have gone and hit him anywhere. We've seen so many injuries to the bowlers nowadays. These batsmen, they're just so strong, the bats are so thick, ball comes like a rocket. Soon we might see them wearing helmets.
Oh, he's dropped him as well. We talked about getting a little bit of bat on, and he's done exactly that behind square, but he can't thread it through the 2 men. Good stop in the end from Mohan Pervaz. Let's have a look at this again. Just gets underneath it. Should have been taken.
I don't think Darryl Cullinan will be very happy. He's just putting so emphasis on. He's just screaming about it. You got to take your chances. 2 chances are going down in 3 deliveries. No good.
What a delivery. First ball, and you get a ball like that from Majid. Pin perfect.
He certainly made Waqar Younis proud with that Yorker, didn't he, Waqar?
Oh, what a delivery. The best delivery when you're bowling the last over or the second last over. This was spot on. Just right in the block hole. Wonderful delivery. 141 for 6. And Usman gone with that scoring.
दें हमारा साथ, इलाज से बेहतर रहेगी मुकम्मल एहतियात। डेंगू के खिलाफ पाकिस्तान की नंबर 1 चॉइस मोर्टीन।
जैज मंथली प्रीमियम ऑफर, मिलाओ स्टार 2000 हैश और पाओ 25 GB डाटा और 300 ऑल नेटवर्क मिनट्स सिर्फ 695 रुपए में।
Hello Hair shampoo plus conditioners.
Meet the new you.
Right, we're back on. Majid with a wicket, a Yorker. He tries again and so nearly gets through the defences of Basit.
Looks a different bowler with the older ball. Majid is bending his back, bowling those Yorkers with searing pace. Have a look at the last wicket. How fast was that Yorker?
You can't play that delivery with that sort of backlift. His bat was coming right from the top. And that was a good and a quick delivery. Didn't give him enough time to just bring his bat down.
This is clubbed. It's clubbed square and they won't get that. It's a powerful shot for 4. And we'll end the over. It's 146 now for 6. 1 over to go.
जैज मंथली प्रीमियम ऑफर, मिलाओ स्टार 2000 हैश और पाओ 25 GB डाटा और 300 ऑल नेटवर्क मिनट्स सिर्फ 695 रुपए में।
अपनों को रखना है अगर 10 गुना महफूज तो बदलनी होगी साबुन की आदत। सिर्फ डेटॉल लिक्विड हैंड वॉश दे साबुन के मुकाबले में 10 गुना बेहतर तहफ्फुज़।
Last over, really big last over for both teams. Shoaib Malik will be very happy with his bowler's performance so far, but there's nothing like finishing an innings strongly. He's got Ershad, his experienced man on, leading wicket taker last year. So far only gone for 15. And he starts well.
It's not a very easy bowler to handle, especially right at the end. Super Asia, Pakistan's leading home appliances brand. With that sort of action, the slingy action, it is very difficult if someone gets it right. And he's got a very good slow delivery also. Salman Irshad is bowling his 4th over. Picked up 1 wicket for 16. It's been very conservative. Picked up a very important wicket earlier.
Yeah, but change in field here. Got 3 men back on the leg side. Danish Aziz approaching his first KPL 50 if he's to get there, but it's not about personal milestones. He'll want to get a maximum or 2.
Oh, that's his 50. His first in Kashmir Premier League. Has been a painstaking innings. This one from Danish Aziz.
Well, they've scored 41 in the last 3 overs, so we were asking for this is a look at Danish Aziz's innings. There's 51 or 40 balls. I suppose in the end you would say he's done okay to anchor the innings, but they just haven't had the other players to come in and top the score up. quite what they would have liked.
He missed out on that occasion. He was looking to hit the ball very hard. Only a touch was needed.
Waka, what would you say has been key to the bowling performance? I think we've seen a lot of variation, haven't we? Shoaib Malik's marshalled his troops well.
I think good captaincy, because in the power play I thought he was very smart. The 5th and the 6th over, which we always talk about, that how important it is. Smartly bowled, very, very smart bowling. And I think giving the 5th and the 6th over, I think 5th over was bowled by Yasir Shah, where he picked up a wicket, and the 6th over Salman Irshad came in and he picked up a wicket, and I think that's where the back was broken. And that was smart captaincy, I would say, because previously the runs were flowing. So he's brought his best bowlers in that 5th and 6th over. That really made a big change. That's the experience for you. So much experience of batting, bowling, fielding, and of course captaincy now.
Yeah, I thought Kotli Lions were unlucky. Hanif Azad was batting so well. He was dealing in boundaries. He got out in that power play, and that was a huge loss. From there, things actually changed for Kotli Lions and allowed Mirpur Royals to take the stranglehold of the game.
Last ball, 150 for 6, so they get past that 149, the lowest total in KPL. That will be breathe a sigh of relief, but this last ball is a big one.
Only 5 in the last over. Brilliant over from Salman.
Yeah, it's been a slow innings, but what a wonderful spell by Salman Irshad. He's bowled 4 overs, picked up a wicket for only 20 runs. I'm not sure if these runs are enough. Yes, the pitch is a little slow. The spinners will play a big part in the second inning, but then the experience of Shoaib Malik, that's going to really come. Haris Sohail is there. They've got a very fine team. They've got a very good balance in their side. So if Kotli have to really come back in this game, they have to pick up early wickets. Early wickets is going to be the key. Danish played fairly well, a little slow to begin with, but ended up nicely.
Yeah, Yasir Shah and Salman bowled miserly and also were able to pick up wickets for their captain.
The man, the myth, the legend, Wasim Akram. Wasim Akram, सबसे पहले तो 14 अगस्त जश्न आज़ादी मुबारक.
Absolutely, मुझे भी और पूरे पाकिस्तान को भी जश्न आज़ादी मुबारक. Amazing day, beautiful place, good cricket happening so far.
Absolutely. KPL Series 2. What kind of talent are you seeing coming through?
This is my first game, जो कि मैं obviously team के साथ बैठा हूँ अपनी मीरपुर के साथ. अभी तो पता लगेगा टैलेंट, but obviously last year हमने देखा KPL सीजन फन में 1-2 लड़के मिले जो सडनली PSL भी खेले. जमान हो गया एक जो स्ट्रेट अवे नाम आता है, एक लड़का हमारा है सलमान जो इसी एरिया का है. सो आई थिंक लोकल टैलेंट को बड़ा इससे चांस मिल रहा है और मिलेगा. और मेरी रिक्वेस्ट और एडवाइस लोकल टैलेंट को है कि आप बैटिंग भी करें, बॉलिंग भी करें, बट मेक श्योर यू वर्क ऑन योर फील्डिंग. बैटिंग यू नीड टैलेंट, बॉलिंग यू नीड टैलेंट, बट फील्डिंग जितनी करोगे उतनी आपकी इंप्रूव होगी.
Absolutely. And one last question with you, Wasim. We've heard you say a lot of times, I had a chat with the boys this morning.
Yeah.
Now, what is that chat?
I did have a chat with them. I think Shoaib Malik had a chat with them in the morning. But usually, वो saying यही है कि सुबह जब आप आते हो एज अ कमेंटेटर, सो आगे लड़के खड़े होते हैं, सलाम दुआ कर लेते हैं, हाल हाल कुछ पूछ लेते हैं, उनको बता देते हैं. बट अब मेरा मजाक उड़ाते हैं. I'm all for it. Go for it. Good sense of humor I like.
Absolutely. And we are a fan of your sense of humor as well. Thank you so much for your time, Wasim, and good luck to you.
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. Thank you.
Thanks, Ajib. Fantastic to hear from the great man. Iions spent many times bowling with him, but this is a look at the Kotli Lions. A very, very slow, turgid start almost to get going. Danish Aziz, the only man who really posted a score of significance, 52 or 43. A little slow in places. Hassan came in and topped it up. Nice little cameo, 27 off 18.
All the bowlers responding quite well to the captain's call. Zubair Khan Lodi was able to pick up 2 wickets, but Yasir Shah and Irshad making a huge difference. Only conceding 38 runs in 8 overs in T20 cricket. That's great going.
Yeah, great going. Well, the Mirpur Royals, they've got 152 to win from just 120 balls, and you think that Shoaib Malik and his troops will be very, very happy with that. We'll be back after the break.
हमारा साथ हर बच्चा चैन से सोएगा, बीमारी से दूर रहेगा। डेंगू के खिलाफ पाकिस्तान की नंबर 1 चॉइस मोर्टीन।
गोल्डन पर्ल ब्यूटी क्रीम, हुस्न जाना की तारीफ मुमकिन नहीं।
कैरमल के अंदर भरा चॉकलेट, जब मुंह में पिघलेगा गिगल तो निकलेगा। गिगली एक्लेयर्स, चॉकलेट पिघलेगा गिगल निकलेगा।
खुशबू भरा एहसास
खींच लाए पास।
गोल्डन पर्ल परफ्यूम्ड बॉडी स्प्रे।
और जगह है तो जाओ जरा दिल को जगा, जिगर जरा डुबकी लगा, हो जाएगा टी टाइम बना।
जैज मंथली प्रीमियम ऑफर, मिलाओ स्टार 2000 हैश और पाओ 25 GB डाटा और 300 ऑल नेटवर्क मिनट्स सिर्फ 695 रुपए में।
Kingdom Valley KPL Season 2 is presented by and
Golden Pearl Beauty Cream,
sponsored by
Jazz Super 4G
and
Boom Boom Macha De Dhoom,
co-sponsored by
बाउंसर वॉशिंग पाउडर।
अज़्मे आली शान, शाद रहे पाकिस्तान।
गेम ऑन है।
Yes, welcome back to Game 2 here at Muzaffarabad for the highlights of the Kingdom Valley KPL. Kotli Lions taking on the Mirpur Royals, and it was the Mirpur Royals who put the Lions into bat.
A lost early wicket, and Hanif was promising a lot. He was dealing in boundaries, he was striking the ball quite well. But then Hassan Ali fell to Imad Wasim. It was a very well judged catch from Shoaib Malik. And after that, it was a struggle for the Kotli Lions batters.
Yeah, it was turgid at times. Mishits, not running their singles quick enough. Sarfaraz Ahmed and another wicket there, which brought in the ex-Pakistan captain. He played his stylish sweeps, got one through the covers here, but it was difficult to get going. This is another one where they bowled so well, didn't they? Just back of the length, held it, and this one went straight up in the air, proving how difficult it was to force the pace.
Now that was nicely hit into the gap. And that's his signature stroke. Danish Aziz in patches was good. That was a brilliant yorker. Brilliant yorker from fast bowler, young fast bowler.
Yeah, Danish Aziz, the man with the red helmet, he managed to get a few boundaries towards the end, but it really was Hassan Khan who came in and just added the impetus. First sixes of the innings, I think he got 3 of them in the end, and played quite nicely.
Yeah, he kept on hitting the ball into the gap, Hassan Ali, and then this happened. He was cramped, couldn't free his arms, hit the ball straight to the fielder, Haris Sohail, who made no mistake. Oh, he played that stroke quite well, Danish Aziz. Every time he looked to hit the ball over extra cover, looked $1 million.
Yeah, he got to 50, was dropped there, and just managed to get his team over the 150 mark. So they posted a score of 152, which they need off their allotted.
दें हमारा साथ, इलाज से बेहतर रहेगी मुकम्मल एहतियात। डेंगू के खिलाफ पाकिस्तान की नंबर 1 चॉइस मॉर्टीन।
जैज मंथली प्रीमियम ऑफर, मिलाओ स्टार 2000 हैश और पाओ 25 GB डाटा और 300 ऑल नेटवर्क मिनट्स सिर्फ 695 रुपए में।
ट्विस्टर के ऑरेंज फ्लेवर से मिले मस्ती को नया ट्विस्ट, अब बहुत से मजेदार फ्लेवर्स में भी।
हेलो हेयर एंटी डैंड्रफ शैम्पू प्लस कंडीशनर। इसमें मौजूद मिंट और टी ट्री ऑयल डैंड्रफ और ड्राई स्कैल्प को ट्रीट करे और बालों को रिफ्रेश। मीट द न्यू यू।
Introducing Fruity and Sparkling, the real Fruity Spark.
अच्छी धुलाई, उजली चमक कौन नहीं चाहता, इसीलिए मंगाती हूँ